All right, so it is that time of the week again where we go ahead and make you guys a full guide on what to expect for today's update. I'm not gonna lie, man, although this is technically a small update, there is quite a lot to go over. Like we always do, we'll go over first all of the brand new sort of like free-to-play content, and then we'll leave all of the Robux stuff towards the end of the video. So let's start off with the first major thing being the egg merchant. Now, although technically that portion is for Robux, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you how the entire egg system works. In the game, for every single major event, there's going to be the possibility for you to be able to obtain one of the eggs. In total, I believe that there's 5 different eggs. As you can see from in my inventory, 4 of these are purely obtainable free to play through the major events. 1 of them is obtainable through Robux. Now here's sort of the major catch about the event eggs. Basically, only 1 person is going to be able to obtain that egg from the moment that that event starts. This sort of makes a little more sense with something like the Megalodon or the Kraken, for example, since technically only 1 person can catch that. But if you take a look in my inventory again, I do have an orca egg as well as a whale egg, which these are a little bit more confusing because technically for an orca egg, in theory, there is 5 orcas in a migration, but technically only 1 person can get it. And that is whoever fishes the very first orca. Same goes for the whale. Technically, there's 2 whales in a migration, 3 if the Moby actually spawns, but only 1 person will be able to obtain it, and that's the first person that catches the whale. Inside of these eggs, there is different rewards that you can pretty much obtain, and it's all sort of very similar to like the skin crates. The difference is that the most common rewards being bait as well as money, then you go on to the rare reward being a skin crate that is specifically only for this eggs, and then you have 2 different vehicles, one of them being an extremely unique jet ski, which is technically not a jet ski. I'll show you guys in just a second why I'm saying that. And the other one is a unique submarine that you can only obtain inside of here, and it's by far the fastest submarine. This is going to be a huge game changer, not only to travel around the world, but also to travel inside of Mariana's Veil. Right over there, you can actually see someone is getting on the actual jet ski thing, but it's completely different. It's probably one of the coolest vehicles, and as of the time that I'm recording this, it is technically the fastest free-to-play vehicle in the entire game. If I go ahead and cycle through these, you'll notice that every single one of the eggs give the same exact rewards, except for one of the eggs, and I'm sure you're sort of catching on here already. This is the unfortunate side, is that the Faberge egg, which is technically the one for Robux, does sort of provide a unique sort of reward, being the Golden Kraken bait. Here's a quick look at what the bait is looking like right now. It is 150 preferred luck, 40 universal luck, 20 resilience with plus 50 lure speed. It's kind of insane. Definitely an item that's going to be a little bit more on the questionable side. You can technically purchase this bait without getting it inside of the Faberge egg over at Moosewood, right next to where the radar is for sale. But yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those more questionable things that a lot of people are going to have some pretty strong opinions on. The next thing is going to be the Cosmetic Legendary Crate. This one is obtainable in every single one of the eggs. And if you notice, for the most part, every single one of the skins inside of here are pretty good. Obviously, the one that you're going to be chasing after is going to be the Divine Ascension on the right-hand side. I'll go ahead and spin one of these, see what we end up getting. And it looks like we ended up with the Twig of Triumph, which is a Flimsy Rod skin. Wait, what? Ain't no way that we got ourselves a Flimsy Rod skin before GTA 6. This is crazy. This time I got the Abyssal Constrictor, which is for the Kraken Rod. So that's what this looks like right here. Pretty cool, actually. Now, as I mentioned before, the Divine Ascension is pretty much the one that a lot of people are going to want to go after because it is the rarest one, and it is for the Heaven's Rod. This is what it looks like right here. Kind of insane. But technically speaking, there is a cooler skin for the Heaven's Rod. It is on the Robux side. I'll show you guys that, like I said before, closer to the end of the video. Trust me, you don't want to miss out because it's actually a really unique sort of skin for the Heaven's Rod, and it's kind of interesting. You may have already seen it because I sort of started the video off with it. Here's another one of them being the Void Collar. This one is obviously for Rod of the Depths. Really sick looking skin for Rod of the Depths. By far one of my favorite ones, to be honest. Now, as I mentioned before, there is 2 brand new vehicles that are obtainable inside of these eggs. That is King of the Kraken, which is 260 speed. Absolutely insane. And then the Submarine, which is the Blubberknot. So the Blubberknot, I believe, is like a 0.5% to be able to get it. It's kind of rare, but I mean, there's really nothing too crazy about it. Yes, it is one of the faster submarines, or I guess the fastest submarine now, and it looks super cool, to be honest. Either way, that isn't even the coolest one. The coolest one that I want to show you guys is King of the Kraken. If you notice, this bad boy is 260 speed. Absolutely absurd. This is what it looks like right here, which technically it doesn't have a seat. Instead, you sort of jump on this and you're kind of on your knees. And as you progressively start to go faster, if you notice, your character is sort of like just holding on for his life. This thing is insanely fast, super cool, and probably one of the more unique vehicles in the game right now. So I'm actually super excited to get my hands on this because this is more than likely going to be my main vehicle moving forward. But yeah, for the most part, that is everything that has to do with the eggs. That's sort of something that you're going to do passively because really the most important thing is going to be coming over here to the oil rig and getting started on obtaining your speed boots. That is going to be the entire premise of this update and the most important thing that you want to go after. Enter inside of here, go ahead and make a right, then another right, and you're going to find Dr. Crookspine. He says, I'm working on high-tech speed boots, but he needs 3 more parts to complete them. Boots, rocket fuel, and speed core. Those are the 3 pieces that he needs. Find them. I want to finish the invention. To find them, he says, they're scattered around the region. Check old islands, the open ocean, and anywhere you can think of. Time is critical. To find these is extremely easy. Just go ahead and fish in the ocean, Mush Grove, as well as Sunset. In each one of these areas, you will be able to obtain one of the 3 parts just simply by fishing. There's nothing really too fancy, nothing really too crazy. Just definitely keep in mind that these are technically labeled as secrets, so it is going to be a little bit of a challenge to obtain these parts. So definitely use up those Auroras, use up those Server Lux, and of course, grab your Merlin Lux so that way you are able to go ahead and get the best chances of obtaining this. Once you have all 3 parts being rocket fuel, speed core, as well as the boots themselves, make your way back to Dr. Crookspine and let's go ahead and finish this off. He says, wonderful job. Now take these amazing boots and run as fast as you desire. I'll start working on some other inventions. This is the part that's kind of interesting. And if you notice, there is technically other crates all around this entire room and pretty much all around this entire building, meaning that Dr. Crookspine is not done with more inventions. Either way, at this point, we can go ahead and put on our level 3 Glimmerfin suit and our now matching Glimmer suit boots, which are technically not really all that matching, but you get the idea. And now we technically walk a whole lot faster than we did before, which is absolutely fantastic. This is going to make traveling around a little bit easier, which is kind of good. I'm kind of curious if this is affected by the glider. No, it doesn't. But yeah, as far as the content goes, that's pretty much everything that you guys need to go ahead and obtain right now for free. Now let's go over, obviously, the Robux stuff. As I'm sure you guys are already fully aware, yes, there is a brand new bundle, that being the Red Racer bundle. Inside of this, you're going to get yourself the Red Racer boat, the Crystal Lantern, as well as 5x luck for 1 hour. Stats for the Red Racer boat are 225 speed, and it's actually a really cool looking boat. Sort of looks like a mixture between a car and a boat. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, it's got a cool little animation whenever you go ahead and start driving. Obviously, when you come to a complete stop, it'll go ahead and sort of disappear. It's kind of like the flames for the exhaust, I would imagine. But yeah, overall, a really, really cool looking boat. Isn't really insanely fast and sort of feels like a little bit clunky, but besides that, it is really cool looking. Then, of course, underneath that, we have ourselves the sort of like exclusive vehicle that happens every single update. This one is going to be called the Toro Veloz. 240 speed on this one, and it's sort of like a ski mobile. It's actually kind of weird because this shouldn't be on the water if you technically want to point that out. I don't really know. But yeah, this is what it looks like right here. Also has a cool little trail behind it that follows you around. Obviously, extremely fast, but ironically, not as fast as the free-to-play one, which is pretty cool. Kind of like a rare thing that happens, but yeah, technically speaking, the one that you obtain from the egg is pretty much like the fastest boat in the entire game right now, even across all of the pay-to-win ones. Moving on now to the skins. This is where things are going to get a little bit interesting for those of you that obviously want to spend Robux. We got ourselves 3 new skins as per usual. The Celestial Relic for the Mythical Rod. We've got the Celestial Ascension for the Rod of the Exalted One, and the brand new Banana Rod for the Heavens Rod. This is the very first skin, to my knowledge, that actually has a casting effect. For starters, let's go ahead and show you guys the other ones first. So here's the Mythical Rod. It looks really, really cool. Definitely does a lot of justice for the Mythical Rod. And ironically, all of these skins just seem to be getting better and better every single update. So I'm really happy about that. Even though, of course, it is the unfortunate side that they are behind Robux. Next one is the Celestial Ascension, another one that is actually super sick. I actually hate this rod because this is the reason why the whale incident happened. So I never actually use this one. Every single time that I see this rod, I literally have flashbacks, and it's quite literally terrifying. But finally, we have the Heaven's Rod with the Banana Rod. This one is really, really cool. And I think obviously the selling point here is going to be the effect that it has, which obviously makes a giant banana fall out of the sky. So there it is right there. It sort of slams into the water and banana pieces kind of like go everywhere. It's really, really cool. I don't exactly know the price on this as of the time that I'm recording this video, but this is interesting. I hope we see even some more free-to-play skins that actually do this. I think that'd be really cool to make the rarest one have some type of special effect like this. Like, I feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity that they didn't do that with the eggs, but it is what it is. Hopefully moving forward, they do end up doing that. Obviously, down here, there is some brand new bobbers. For all of you hardcore collectors, I know that there's a good amount of you out there. There is 3 brand new ones for you to chase after. And yeah, I pretty much just left one final thing, and that is, it does look like there's going to be double XP again, which is kind of insane. Was not expecting there to be another double XP so quick. I feel like we just had a double XP. Definitely interesting to see that, but I went ahead and left it for the end of the video, just in case if there's any like last minute changes that they decide to not go ahead and push that out. So if you see it, great. If you don't see it, then, well, it was kind of expected, I guess. Either way, I hope this went ahead and helped you guys. If it did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We cover every single update every week here, and we're probably live right now as you're watching this. So make sure that you go to my channel, join the live, and come and hang out with us as we play the brand new update. Either way, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.